The story of my life. You want to share that with someone, but where to begin? Where would you begin? Perhaps I'll start mine when I was young, very young, maybe under 5 years old, somewhere back in the 1950s. This was a relatively small town back in the 1950s, under 100,000 population. I have approximately 107 or 108,000 now, but it seemed like a lot less then. Most people who lived in this southeastern Pennsylvania town were of German descent. They like to call themselves Pennsylvania Dutch, but they were Germans.
Genetic engineering lets us correct God's horrible, horrible mistakes, like German people.
Lots of losers. And that's where I'll start, with the Loser Geringer. Just of a radio program. His name was Dopey Duncan. In those days, radios had to have themes. Sunny Street. And I used to sit there on Saturday mornings, probably 5, maybe 8 years old. He'd let me run the board. In those days, there were no such things as tapes or DVDs or anything like that. Everything was on electrical transcription, ETs. Large disc, large enough to fit on large turntables. Those were all the ads were, and all the music was played.
You ruined my record, man!
That spiked my interest in radio broadcasting, and I thought, someday I want to be in that. So I went out and got an FCC license, and eventually, after high school, got into radio broadcasting. But I got out of it just as quick.
For fun, stay with the action on the lively one.
The only time you'd maybe go out at night as a teenager to make loops up and down the main street, around 12 blocks, back down Main Street, back up the other way again. Just making loops, looking for the girls, or yelling at the other guys in our little hot rods or jalopies. Well, mine wasn't such a hot rod. I guess you could say mine was a shot rod. A 1953 Plymouth. I paid $50 for it. Yeah, no, sounds like nothing. It's all relative. Now, we made $19 a week as an usher at the Rialto Theater.
Something wanton, something wicked is coming your way. She's the girl with the power to turn you on, to turn you off. Cross over into the occult for the initiation of the Virgin Witch. You don't believe in witches? You'd better believe in the Virgin Witch. She'll blow your mind.
Another thing our town had, they weren't movie cinemas with 7 cineplexes. They were theaters. Gasoline, didn't think nothing of it. It was a quarter. All things were relative. For instance, my rent, I could say, was 70% of my weekly pay. The gasoline I talked about, you can get a full tank. 25% of your weekly pay. And that would last, of course, a week or 2 weeks. There weren't that many places to go. Running around in my 53 Plymouth.
Go fly a kite.
Now the wheels go oom-ba-la-da, click-clack, click-clack, oom-ba-la-da, click-clack.
Perhaps my youngest memory that I can remember back were the trolleys. There's a few trolleys running in Philadelphia, but most of the trolleys have dried up in the towns. When I was a kid, Central Railroad of New Jersey ran several times a day. The Lehigh Valley Railroad went right into Grand Central Station in New York. Yes, they had to change engines in Newark because of union rules. They weren't allowed to bring the cars right into Grand Central, so you'd sit in the yard and the engine would switch. Drag you the rest of the way down to Grand Central Station. There you were, deep in Manhattan.
Little New York is really good enough for me. Little New York.
What a wonderful ride as a kid, especially when you took the Lehigh Valley Railroad. It went on the north side of the Lehigh River, right along the canal. You couldn't believe the beauty as you looked out the windows of those rail cars, down overlooking the canal. It's on the most scenic route probably in all of Pennsylvania. When we get in the flatlands in New Jersey, that train would stream along 70 miles an hour. And I know that because one day the engineer left me right up in front in the engine, and I looked down. How to get to Philly? Well, most people didn't drive. Turnpike wasn't so great. In fact, just before I was born, there was no turnpike. You drove all the way down there, and it would be 2-3 hours. Or you took the Liberty Bell. The Liberty Bell trolley. The Liberty Bell trolley was a high-speed trolley, not like you're thinking in the city, 5 or 6 miles an hour. That sucker would go 40, 50. Some people even rumored it to go up to as high as 70 miles per hour on its jaunt down to Philadelphia. There was something nostalgic about a trolley rickety-racketing, blowing around the streets, right down the main street, down the middle of traffic, clanging away. My wife's grandfather used to be a trolley conductor. A lot of people were employed by the traction company. Used to be the way to get to the amusement park around here. Most amusement parks started up along trolleyways. Trolley started parks to get people out of the city on a nice summer day, and then the amusement rides came later. And since many people came from Germany, we had a whole lot of breweries around here, too. Not mentioning them all, just 2 of the big ones. Neuweiler's, Horlockers. Those were started in Allentown, and a couple others as well. They came and went, but Neuweiler's and Horlockers were the ones that stuck.
We'll have the barrel, we'll have the barrel of fun.
Germans brought their beer with them, and then they drank it. They didn't leave without it. Mom was lucky enough to get past the old washboard in the 50s. By the time the 60s arrived, we definitely all had washing machines. Some had the newfangled automatics, but most of them just settled for the washing machine and the clothesline. I'll tell you what fast food looked like in my day. This is what it looked like. Yeah, that's right. Chef Boyardee came in a can. There's your fast food, kids.
Hey, telephone, baby.
You had one telephone. And it usually had a 5-foot cord. It didn't have a stretchy cord on it either. You only got 5 feet from the telephone, fastened to the wall or sitting on a table. When you really got lucky and you were a teenager in the 60s, you got a princess phone, an extension phone to your room, and that was a luxury.
Rochester, come here a minute, will you? Yes, boss. What time is
it? I'm not saying it was a better time, or a great time, or a fabulous time to be alive. If you really lived it and didn't know any better, you'd enjoy it. Thanks for listening.